Hey, Arturo, alias Widow Chingon again here. Listen, I wanted to, I don't think I can teach you guys anymore. I pretty much covered a lot of it. There's a few things that I forgot, and if I remember, if it's vital, I'll shoot a couple more videos on here. But go back and, remember I started with the basics, and that is clean your car out every time, every day, because you'll throw an old one. Look at your updates every day. People will put footnotes on there on what they want. Sometimes they want it on the driveway. Sometimes they want it on a bench. Sometimes they want it on the porch. Sometimes they want a bag. Even if it's not raining, they want it bagged. Respect what they say. You want more tips. Remember, this whole scenario of me doing this is to teaching you guys not only to drive with one leg, as you can see I'm driving, and don't drive with one leg if it's traffic. Never, never, never. I don't even do that. Well, I'm not lying. I'm pretty good at it. So anyway, but it's dangerous. Pull over and fold your papers that way. But if it's 3 in the morning and a car in sight, you want to finish up quicker, teach yourself. Use both legs. Don't just use one. If you use the other leg, you're going to be all over the road. And the excuse when you get pulled over is because they think you're drinking. Say, just don't stop folding papers. Say, officer, what did I do wrong? Was I swerving? Yeah, you were. You've been drinking? No, sir, as you can see. And don't stop folding papers. Talk to him. He sees that you're folding papers. You're trying to take care of business. You got a deadline. And hit him with the same speech I've always hit him with, and I've never got a ticket. And that's, sir, don't you remember when your grandpa wanted his crisp newspaper early in the morning with his cup of coffee, and how pissed he was when he didn't get it on time? He'll say, as a matter of fact, I do. Okay? So, or most of them will anyway, if they grew up in America, right? Because that's the way it is. Respect the company you work for. Okay? Quit bitching about having to buy rubber bands and having to buy bags. They've got an overhead, okay? And let's face it, where can you work for 3 hours and make 1,000 take home a month? Okay? Personally, I make twice that much because, I'm experienced and I've got another business on top of this business with newspapers, and that's my racks after I get done with this. So, and it's, so it takes me 5 or 6 hours to work, so I deserve the extra money. But those of you that just have a route, okay? Clean your car out every day. Always be folding papers. No matter what, always be folding papers. Always be folding papers. That's going to keep you out of trouble. Make you finish quicker. Customers are going to be happy. Tips are going to get better. Okay? Timing. We talked about timing, but not really enough about timing. Let me tell you, getting back to supporting your company, whoever you work for, they've got an overhead. Quit bitching about the cost, your maintenance on your car. Then go flip hamburgers. Okay? This is something that you get to do from your seat of your car, and hopefully you've got the amenities that I mentioned. Radar detector. Okay? A must.
System ready.
Radar detector, okay? A must. Doesn't have to. If you ain't got it and you can't afford it, fine. Updates. A must. If you see a ramp, like a handicap ramp, and it just says throw on the driveway, get your lazy ass out of the car and go put it on the porch. They'll call you back. Thank you. The last carrier never did that. And guess what? More tips, okay? Those people are handicapped if they got a ramp, okay? They got to go all the way out there, even if it's got a tube. Screw it. Put it on their porch. Hey, they'll tell you if they don't want it on the porch, okay? I haven't had one tell me no yet. I'll tell you that, okay? Even the lazy ones, they ain't going to say no, okay? So try to be smart. Don't work so hard because it's hard enough to work, okay? As you can see, I'm driving, I'm folding papers, I'm taking care of business. Get that rubber band on the middle. I do this so I can pop, okay? That's the proper way to do it. If you really want to throw with accuracy, okay? Now, I'm a deadeye, as you all know that. You've already seen my throws in the blast. And very rarely do I miss the porch. And sometimes I miss the porch that goes on the damn roof. Well, guess what? Throw another one. Okay, you can come back. You're going to have to backtrack and be polite and say, hey, I threw one on your roof. Would you like me to get it out? It might be a good idea to have a long stick in your car because it's not very far to reach up there and grab those papers. It really isn't. Sometimes you could even, step on a rock or whatever they got sitting there or one of their chairs and grab it, okay? Never take your eyes off the road, ever. No matter what we're doing. This training I'm telling you about, you'd never see me take my eyes off the road. It's all cars left and right. You got to be careful. Never take your eyes off the road. Timing. I was telling you about timing. I didn't cover that enough. But let me tell you, your timing is important. You need to make sure need to make sure that you work your timing right, okay? If you've got to go do an errand for somebody, like I got an older guy that I throw schools for him, but I still have my route. What I do is, instead of doing that route in that little section, okay, I'll go do his chore that I volunteered to do for him, and I'll start folding papers. So when I get to my section, my papers are folded up. If I'd have done my section, then helped him out, I'd be stopping and folding and stopping. So I do my little thing for him, and guess what? My papers are folded by the time I go to my little section. So use your timing, use your head. Timing is important. Unless you want to sit here for, 8-9 hours to throw in a 3-hour job. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. And see what else. And let me tell you, sometimes I'm talking to you guys. Let me tell you, I've only missed a few houses in my whole career, and it's been talking to you guys that I've missed it because I'm bullshitting and I'm not paying attention. That's another thing. Don't take your focus off like I have. All right, so here I go. This one I throw on the porch. Bam, on the porch. Okay. All right, so I think I try to cover everything with you guys. And like I said, I'm only doing this because I'm a ham. Let's face it. Ahí te guacho! Ora! Toma buen tiempo, mío. Un buen día. And, I'm bilingual and all that. I've told you all my racist jokes because I'm not racist. I hate everybody the same. Why are Chinese person? What do you call a Chinese person that's kind of retarded? Something Wong. Get it? Okay. And, well, we'll just leave it at that. What else? God, I always seem to forget what I'm going to tell you guys. Really, that's just about it at this point. If I can think of anything else, I will. But this is probably going to be my last video. And hope you guys enjoy this life. I'll take comments. You can subscribe to me. I'm more than happy to listen to what you guys got to say. The good, the bad, and the ugly ones, because there's always somebody that's just jealous. It's just because I'm all that, right? In a bag of Cheetos, let's face it, Their wives are oohing on at me, and what are you watching? What are you listening to? This guy's pretty good at what you just bullshit. You just like the way he looks. I've heard it all. Okay? Guys that have sprinklers, be very careful. God, I wish I could show you guys how to walk the dog. Walk the dog. Walk the dog. You want to flip it like that. It'll walk, okay? I just walked 3 dogs in a row with sprinklers on. Went right up past the sprinklers, and bada bing, on the porch. So you go see what I'm talking about? Look, porch. See it? See it? Porch.